I say this all the time. You can date more than one man at the same time. Before you come for my head, wait. I'm saying this because my definition of dating is literally going on dates with people just to know their character, their values, their morals, and then I'll decide, okay, this is the one I want to be in a relationship with. For those seeing my face for the very first time, my name is Jennifer Timothy. I love and I enjoy talking about beauty, fashion, and so like sharing tips to help you become the best version of yourself. If that's something you're interested in, please do not make it your last time seeing my face by subscribing to the channel. Enough yapping. Let's get into why we're here. Now, today's topic is me going to be highlighting dating mistakes a lot of women make. If you're in your early 20s, your mid 20s, your late 20s, and you're dating or you're thinking of starting to date, you should actually listen to this video. Guys, before I get into the actual mistakes, I would like to put out a disclaimer. Every time you hear me say dating, please understand that I'm not talking of when you're actually in a relationship with someone. I'm talking about the talking stage, okay? But like I like to use dating because that's what I'm used to. That's what I say. If I say I'm dating someone, it just means that I'm still getting to know the person. I'm going on dates with this person. Simple. Please, if you're not used to hearing dating as talking stage, pardon me, but yeah, I just need to put that out before you guys will come and say that me, I'm promoting cheating and being promiscuous. No. Okay. Okay. That is what you guys call the talking stage now. It's literally dating. You're trying to get to know this person. It's just that talking stage mostly happens over the phone. You're sitting online chatting with somebody from morning to night, from January to December. Nobody has that time. If you know what you really want out of a relationship, you're not going to be doing that. You're actually going to go on dates, meet them physically, know how they behave, know their mannerisms, know how they present themselves in public settings. Then you decide if that's the kind of person you want to be with. In this video, I'm going to be sharing 5 common mistakes that women make, and this is mostly because nobody has taught them the whole dating or what it takes to actually date. People just go into dating hiding. A lot of girls, a lot of young ladies actually hide because their parents are against it. People around them are just like, oh, you should not date, focus on your studies, and then expect that when they are in their late 20s, early 30s, they just snap their fingers and a husband appears. The first thing I would like to highlight is not knowing what you want. This is very common. A lot of ladies, a lot of women just feel like, oh, my mates are dating. I should actually start dating. I feel left out without even sitting down and thinking, what do you actually like in a partner? How do you want to be treated? What are your non-negotiables? What are your preferences? What are things that you can you want but like you can compromise on, you can do without? These are things you should actually sit down, think about, know yourself first, because if you don't know yourself, how do you expect another person to love you the way you want to be loved or treat you the way you want to be treated? So first things first, you have to know yourself, know what you really want out of a relationship, out of a partner, and most importantly, know your deal breakers and do not compromise. Make sure you're able to set boundaries and you're like, these are the things that I want, these are the things I'm going to accept, these are the things that I cannot for the life of me accept. With firm on it. Don't break it for anybody. You have to build that discipline that yes, I want this, and have the mindset that what I'm looking for, what I want is actually out there before you go into dating. And because you do not know what you want, a lot of times anything that comes you accept. Even people that treat you less than how you should be treated, you just accept, and then you're holding on to potential, you're just holding on to a dream, a picture you have in your mind. It is not the reality. You need to come back to reality. You need to come back to the present. How is this person treating me now? How does this person sound now? For me, I have a long list of my entry criteria, non-negotiables, and I would like, but I can do without. I'm very, very clear and precise on these things. Somebody that comes to me and doesn't have the things that are in my criteria, why am I talking to you in the first place? Like, why are we even dating? Why are we thinking of even going out on dates? That's the conversation you need to have in the first 1 week, 2 weeks. I don't know how long it takes for you guys to talk before going out, like before actually going out. But these are conversations. You know if this person meets your entry criteria first. Guys, I run a very strict program. I'm telling you, everything I'm going to be sharing today would just save you from a lot of unnecessary heartache, heartbreak, heart pain, chest pain, tears, breakfasts. Believe me. So now the next mistake I would like to highlight is being exclusive in talking stages while aka while dating. So now I'm trying to hit a switch so there's no miscommunication. What I mean is that a lot of times you start talking to someone and they're saying the right things, they are making you smile. You wake up to good morning text in the night, they're sending you good night text, and butterflies in your tummy are already rumbling, and you're feeling like, oh, this is fairy tale. This is what it is. This is what I want. And then when someone else comes in that same moment, you just shun them. I need you to stop doing that, because if conversations about being exclusive, being in actual relationship hasn't been had, and you guys are not on the same page, my dear, this man will wake up on a random Tuesday and ask you, I don't understand why you're acting like this. Are you my girlfriend? Did I ask you to be my girlfriend? Or when did I ask you to be my girlfriend? If these conversations have not been had, my dear, please, if you're talking to this person and he's just yapping, talking the life out of you, he's not saying anything reasonable, he's not talking about how you're progressing, then please entertain other men, entertain other people that might even end up being more serious than him. Don't expect that while you're talking to other people, while you're dating other people, the people you're dating should be exclusive to only you. No, it doesn't work that way. You must have had a conversation about being exclusive, about moving on or progressing to the next stage. And if that conversation has not come up, or if you've tried to bring it up and he doesn't seem really interested, then you take it from there. You know what he's saying, because no answer is an answer. Believe me when I tell you, you don't have to tell a man something more than once before it registers in his mind. If that man really cares about you, if he really holds you to a standard, he's going to try his best to do right by you. It is not rocket science. I've seen this thing in play time and time again. What you want, and do not settle for less, baby. The next mistake women make when dating is ignoring the red flags, making excuses for men in 2026. Guys, let me tell you, there's no trait a man would exhibit 2 years down a relationship that he did not show you 1 month, 2 months down dating. You were probably already too emotionally invested in that talking stage, in that you chose to ignore the red flags. Believe me when I say this, because a man that beats his wife, ask that woman properly, you would hear her say, he used to shout at me when we were dating. He used to be very angry, like he just used to behave violent while we were dating, but he never touched me. So I thought that when we get married, or when we got married, when we got into a relationship, it was going to be better. Girl, please, please. When you're dating someone and you see that he's already showing that he's a bull while you're dating, ah, what will not happen when you're in a relationship, or you're married to that person? Let me tell you how to know when someone is not for you. When you're not able to fully tell your friends how this person treats you. You're taking away certain things, you're hiding certain things, because you know deep down in your heart that they would not be in support of how that person is treating you. But because you still want to stay in that place, you're enjoying certain things in that place, you just choose to ignore it. No. If you cannot tell your friends how this person is treating you completely, if you find yourself hiding certain things, that is already a red flag, and you should pack your slippers and run. And this even comes down to the first point as I was saying. If you know what you really want, for example, you should always treat the waiters, the cleaners, just strangers generally, he should treat them nicely, kindly. And then you guys go on a date and you notice that maybe the waiter got the drink he ordered wrong and he's just screaming at the top of his voice, raging. And my sister, why are you still there?
He's a temp, but he beats his woman.
No, he will change. I will change him.
Hey, mechanic.
After that date, the best thing you should do is just block that person. Or maybe communicate. If you're nice enough, you can communicate and say, oh, I don't like the way you spoke to the waiter. I feel like you still need to work on anger. Maybe take anger management classes. Advise the brother, and you remove yourself from that situation because you don't want to end up being a punching bag. Your face is too fine for someone to come and dismantle it for you. Now, this next point, so a lot of people might take it out of context, but it is dating with your head, not your heart. Let's be clear. Dating with your head does not mean suppressing your emotions or being cold or being too calculative or just doing, oh, you texted me back in 2 hours, me too, I'll text you back in 2 hours. No, those things are just childish games that I feel like everybody should drop. Nobody should be doing that. It's just no, that's not what I'm saying here. What I'm actually saying here is not letting how someone makes you feel override how you observe who they are, who they really are. So when I say date with your head, it means that you should be fully present while dating this person. You should pay full attention because sometimes people say things and then their actions do not match up to what they say because they're trying to please you. It can be like, oh, I'm actually a very sweet person, I'm actually a very kind person, but when you're with this person they don't show those traits. You actually see something else. They talk about their friends in a very vile way. They talk about their exes like they had no role in how the relationship went south. Oh, their descent and the person they were with in the relationship was the villain through and through. So these are things you should actually pay attention to. How someone talks about their family members, their friends, their parents. From these conversations, that's why I always say ask intelligent questions. Use your head. Think. Don't be asking what's your favorite food, what's your favorite color. These are things that when you pay attention to someone, you tell me you live in Nigeria without telling me you live in Nigeria. The light is out, but we're just gonna continue. Um, my next point is this one, guys. I mean, girls, ladies, please. Asking for transport money or outfits money on a first date while you're dating someone. I personally think that it is very tacky and it just gives the wrong impression of the kind of woman that you are. I think you should not be doing that, please and please. Now, I'm talking about when you're getting to know someone. How do I even want to phrase this now? A lot of time you want to see the capacity of a man. You want to know if he's generous. You want to know if he's capable of doing these things. You're just trying to quote unquote test him. Now is not the time. But I mean, if he takes the initiative to, by all means, why not? Someone's offering to do something nice to you, you should never reject it. Okay, you want to do something nice for me? Thank you. Keep it moving, and that's all. Let's not take this out of context. I just need to clarify this a bit more. It's okay to ask the person you're dating for money, for things, but someone you're trying to get to know. It's just like saying, you're in a talking stage to someone and he invites you to his house to come and cook for his friends and himself. How would you feel? Like it just you would look at this person as this person is not a serious human being. Oh. What nonsense, what insolence. So just look at it like that. You don't know who this person is. You don't know jack about this person. You don't even want if you're not even financially stable, you don't want to be washing your dirty linen like that in public now. in this day and time where people are quick to go on Twitter, they will drag you. First thing that does is it just signals financial dependency on whoever you're trying to date. Or it just seems like, oh, you're just looking for somebody that is going to come and pay your bills and take care of these little things. It just shows that maybe you're not even capable of being in a relationship in that moment. If you're not able to transport yourself to a date, to a location, you should not accept to go out in the first place, or rather communicate with the person and say, oh, this place you've picked is too far. How about we do this somewhere closer to where I stay? Somewhere casual. If the person is offering a dinner date and you don't have really nice dresses to go on a dinner date, offer something more casual. It's a first date. You just want to get to know this person. It can be an ice cream date. Sometimes women just see going on dates with men as, oh, you want to explore, you want to go and try that new restaurants, free food. I have a lot of things, so many things to share, but I do not want this video to be too long. So the last thing I would like to address is making decisions from desperation, because of how the society has made it seem like women in their late 20s, early 30s, mid 30s should already be married. And there you are literally 28, you're not talking to anybody, and then somebody just comes into your life and you throw away everything, all your list, all the criteria you require in a partner because you're like, Omo, let me just get this marriage thing out of the way so people can leave me alone. No, you're going to end up in that marriage with that person, those people that have pushed you. Not going to be with you in that marriage. It is you and that man. It is you and what you've chosen that will live that life, and then bringing children into that. So please, please, and please, let's not make decisions out of desperation. Trust in God that at the right time, He's going to make it happen for you. And while you're in your waiting season, you should just prepare yourself. Prepare yourself to be a wife, to be a mom, work on your finances, just be improving yourself. Leave relationship. Relationship will come. It would always come. See, once you're ready, once God feels like, the son that I was preparing for you, you are now able to handle that man. You're now able to treat the man the best way possible, then you guys are going to meet and it's definitely going to be beautiful. These are some of the mistakes that I have made or someone around me has made, and I just wouldn't want you to be making. All of that being said, and you've watched to this part of this video, I love you so much beyond how words can describe, and I do not take you for granted. Thank you so much for sticking around. Do not forget to like this video, leave a comment. You can also share with me dating mistakes you see women make, or mistakes that you've probably made before. Someone that needs to see that might just be reading. Yeah, do not forget to like this video, share this video, subscribe to the channel, share with your friends, please. I'm begging, I'm not shouting, please. If we've come to the end of this video, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next week Wednesday. Bye.